This video is going to show you how to use a clicker or verbal marker effectively. These tools can help you efficiently teach your dog exactly what it is that you want, so he's not left lost and confused. Then we're going to have a look at a target stick and how you can use that to further guide your pet. In this video, we will cover what a clicker is, how and when to use it, what to do if things don't go according to plan, and how to use these skills to teach your dog pretty much anything. Then we're going to talk about the target stick and how you can use one along with the clicker to shape all kinds of tricks and behaviors. Alright, so by now you must be wondering, what on earth is a clicker? Well, lucky for you, I've got the answer for that. A clicker is a small device that, when pressed, makes a click or pop sound. The clicker can have a plastic button or a metal piece that you press. The idea is that when your dog hears the sound, they will associate it with them having done something rewarding, worth a reward, and that the reward is coming. The clicker is a precise and universal way to mark a behavior, but you can also use a verbal marker such as yes or good. These work in the exact same way as a clicker does, the only difference being that a verbal marker can be a little bit slower and less precise, varying in tone, whereas the clicker sounds the same every time. So the clicker can be a stronger marker in this way. The verbal marker can be useful in some cases, such as when you don't have your clicker on you. You'll always have your voice with you. I like to use a verbal marker and a clicker for different scenarios. I like to use a clicker when I'm doing a primary training session, or I'll use my verbal marker if I am out and about or somewhere where I don't have my clicker. For the rest of this video, I will talk about using a clicker. If you don't want to use a clicker, then you can use your verbal marker instead of the clicker in these times. So why use a clicker? A clicker is an easy way to tell your pet that you like the behavior they offered. The more you can tell them that, the more likely it is that they'll repeat the behavior. A clicker is a fun and positive way for your pet to learn and can help teach them problem-solving skills, help boost their confidence, and help teach them what behaviors are rewarding so they can be repeated. Clicker training is a fun way to improve your relationship, communication skills, and understanding of one another. 3 things to keep in mind to use a clicker effectively are: 1 click equals 1 treat. This means every time that your pet hears the click, they get a reward. 2nd, charge the clicker. So this means putting value into the clicker by pairing it with a reward. You can do this by giving your pet a treat every time you click for no particular reason. You can do this at the beginning of training sessions as a kind of reminder. Finally, timing. Click the moment your pet does something you like and reward. Like taking a picture, the timing of the click matters, so make sure to click immediately following the behavior you'd like to reward. 2 tips to make the most out of your clicker training are: first, set your dog up for success. So this means making sure that your dog is able to be successful with the tools that he has been given. For example, don't put a plate of food on the floor expecting your dog to leave it if he doesn't even know what leave it is. You can be sure that your dog is going to eat off that plate. Second, ignore behaviors you don't like. So this means if your dog, for example, barks when you ask for a sit, you're going to wait until he gives the appropriate behavior, and then later on review the lesson further with him so that he understands it in the future. Now you know what a clicker is and how to use it effectively. Remember, 1 click equals 1 reward. This keeps a clear and consistent understanding for your pet, so they understand that each click means good job. Next, let's have a look at the target stick. A target stick is a stick with something on the end of it for the animal to target. The goal is to have your pet touch their nose to the target. I have a combination target stick and clicker, which I highly recommend. This gives you 2 tools in one hand, and really gives you the use of that hand where a clicker on its own really does not. A target stick can be used to lure your pet into position, and it's especially useful for shorter animals as it eliminates the need to bend and lure. It's a clear way to show your pet what you want It's easy to follow and learn, and it gives you an easy way to show your dog where you want them to be. And it's fun for both you and your pet. If you don't have a target stick, you can also use your hand as a target, or you can make a target stick. You can also use other methods like luring. Target stick is not required for training. These steps will teach your pet that touching his nose to the target is rewarding, and to follow the target around. The more you practice, the more responsive your pet will be to it. First, charge the target by teaching your pet to touch the target with their nose. Do this by having your pet sitting or standing in front of you, then present the target a couple of inches from his nose. If he sniffs or touches the target with his nose, click and reward. As he gets to understand, click and reward only nose touches. Second, add movement. Place the target a bit farther from your pet so he has to move towards it. A big stretch or one step away. Practice this for a bit before increasing the distance. Third, add target movement. Start with the target a couple of feet from your pet. When they start to move towards it, move the target a few more steps, then stop. When he touches his nose to the target, click and reward. Here's a tip. As your pet learns the behavior you want, you can phase out the target stick and eventually the rewards. Keep training at easy baby steps to help your pet stay successful and excited about training. That's it! Now you can use a clicker or verbal marker along with the target stick to teach your pet pretty much anything, from tricks to loose leash walking. Remember, 1 click equals 1 reward, and keep training fun.